Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Production is a Mutimenka. The Mutimenka man. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. I've heard them. I say yes. We are loud and clear. Yes, loud and clear. So for the culture live on the internet, location on the coded. Your mom location mobile bar. What I say because you may go any 5 cities, but your mom location. So what I say. Your mom location and Baba say. Big ups going out to everybody watching that. Wow, share the link now for some brown online. I feel more information. Earlier on, me started me my information on Archipelago. Archipelago ne educator nti omo be wedding. Na omo wedding no ebeba so ewo Dechem so St. Paul's Cathedral Church. We are say dey so agimi ne ka kire say wagimi a na ye nye o. Asem na ansem no kra ba akopɛ. Ya ka kire say to boasi ye to Archipelago for sa wenti. Finally educator na educators your crash on Archipelago. Joe Studios and big ups to you, Jack. Just wouldn't be any more professional educator. Also, Fatum would have Fatum name, say me. But any man America, educator and I can say, or Yada Archipelago, or so crash on Archipelago.
Who want to was swinting best of the safe, I don't know who now pay. Palago no Asmadina Asuno will be.
Oh, really?
Wow, winning on so be.
That's not all when I just say,
keep Palu again.
Fashion and a born diamonds, no.
And fire would also bad to knock or try.
Okay, me pay and I'm pay.
Umpebu.
I don't know,
yeah, no man, who they now assembling call your pouch.
Why are you not can call Ghana? I think I met me up inviting for a low dinner, be my pepper, maybe I'm an Asian.
No, Paliego, I don't want any other man. I want you.
Hey, but hey. Clog it. What kind of thing? Clog it.
Clog Yana, baby.
It's so bad. I know more they are caught towards and I say, Mr. Opa. I say, no. Or the way I see air cost no more. I say, Makudi Trumuntina. Is it?
Oh my God. I saw your shake it to the max.
What are you?
And I was kind of hurt because I was like, why didn't you bring it long time ago? Like when the song was fresh. Or you just.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
Well, it's not too late though. I saw you. I was like, oh my God, that's my crush. Yeah.
Hey, who is your crush?
You, Palego.
I said, talent in one for Chemi. I don't know.
Go spider, question now. What you what you are.
Talent a nice guy, Chemi. Only papi.
And you know because who now we are singing also what you are. Also, I
want to be a singer. Who have been doing this? Because you did this. Kaya, who did try this?
Also, what me? And dress me, DB.
Tell us only.
Now say it.
Only get the only be.
Baby, who can say me, nigga? Who say me, the trade that better?
Miss Unige.
Baby, and also what you taught me what jeans string in the mountain or tea, brother.
It's all make I doubt him. We get on.
Wait, Papi.
Yeah,
Papi.
Yeah, Equiasano Kayo.
Pacho, what is that? What is the chwe that y'all are talking about? What's the chwe?
That's also will be. Nanya also will be.
No, mine is hoochie coochie.
On a tuning the educator. Made them
interested.
Mammy found my talent and why, Mr. Wa.
Darby, a one of me pay clock.
And to represent baby. Because on a video, where you know what you be wanted.
Palago near.
Papi to her papi arms, women are her papi.
Palago,
beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
I said, you know whom you also feel me.
Oh, because Mishawa, as the OC so nice so. Oh yeah, BMR.
The patch me interested, right, Mr. Why?
Darby.
I need them one.
I'm not sure what's wrong and one not sure what I say.
And I will bet it to me now.
Oh, there be me to show. but metro levels. What you?
I want for Jimmy Obi say educator with true can
Registered stylist setting. Bibi abako de odo you.
Darling, who's that educator about why you when you know about one fucking. Me boy.
Wait, when I say miteramu can no. Majority 3 times a day while my Hinfield horses is giving Jenny Kill 442. I just saw her clock it.
What's it say?
Kwasi anya una won in chen wan ti de okan.
You also now want to show one to the kind.
They be say me the papi can na meet you. Who won in chen ti no ka uti.
Educator G, the aqua no.
Sasa. Ah, therefore, Sasa. From street legend. Since I told from say bam. Ye too for Palago, ye too for say Jayo, Jimmy, Kofi Jimmy. Sasa. Asa. Inti ya proper kwemu story de proper kwemu ba kunye. Educators your crash on Palago. Now obe crash also because at the end of the day what the kind yedi kan any information say we obi a service previous out of free through month no. What free through mu dia the obetimi aye no. Ha. No afa why. Sanity. Palago no you be the proper kwemu. Stories in getting the proper kwemu. But then there's still talking about a gift for us. Let me touch on this one before I hit some major stories for today. My mama 2 pictures. There's in fact no pictures nearby 4 of them. 4 pictures of an alleged gay couple. I'm taking pictures under the Independence app. Wakra. So wait me the pictures now to show. There are 4 pictures. Wait me I selected in now. We're rolling one by one of alleged gay couples or more able to keep pictures. Ghana independent in a post I'm to Instagram no. Omudin Lou and Drew. Okay. Lou and Rue. Or say all we're here to do is hashtag show Ghana love. Never in our lives did we think we'd find ourselves in Ghana doing something so simple and yet so defiant. A few months ago, we came across an article about the Ghanaian government's attempt to pass anti-LGBTQIA+ bill. If passed, the bill would mean up to 3 years in prison for being queer and 5 for supporting someone who is. Coming out was already hard. Some of our own family members struggled to accept us, but imagine waking up and realizing that just being who you are could land you in prison. Not because you've harmed anyone, but because of who you love. That will be the reality of queer Ghanaians. That's why we are here to meet the hate and love. We are here to meet the hate with love and stand in solidarity with queer Ghanaians. Through the hashtag Show Ghana Love campaign, we are confronting and ensuring the criminalization of queer people by showing love, bombarding Ghana's iconic landmark of freedom, showing that until queer people are free, no one truly is. Dressed by Nodi or Asha Ono, say thank you for making us look iconic. Okay. So there's a picture of Independence Act na say a member me no mo fio mano. Na the amasa story where I interested a little bit and say current minister Sam George be all fighting and LGBTQ or fighting the year pa. In fact the anti-LGBTQ law were pushing about no opposition, but it seems so by our minister of state in the said Anthony in Capi LGBTQ homes and but finally we're back out. I become also on the side of the story. See, I've seen numerous tags and posts about the abhorrent disrespect of our culture and value by two useless, quote and unquote, useless individuals. The disrespect of our national symbol is despicable to say the least. And the other to social media. You know, Satchel say you defend the immoral stance of President Akufo-Addo, and then today you want to pontificate. How dare you? And some yes, Sam George, I travel to social media or also event, but then KOD is also in the news for the same something related to it. Now, or no post KOD actually posted a picture of the two guys, the two gay couples, and I'll say, Obi onimum bia no omani like where they are. So there's a story on Ghana Web saying the director of diaspora affairs at the presidency, Dr. Forgive me, it's not Dr. Kofi Ochidakun. That's not a story. This is not a story. No, Kofi Ochidakun. Okay, great. Popularly known as KOD has deleted a Facebook post after receiving backlash for sharing photos of a same-sex couple kissing beneath Ghana's independent arc. The men identified as South African nationals, Lou and Rue, were captured displaying affection under the monument. In the images, one of them, light skin, was dressed in an oversized, custom-made red and black print suit. The other, who was dark skin, wore a red shirt, red leather shorts, and a matching red leather jacket. The photos show the pair standing beneath the iconic arch kissing and appearing intimate. KOD posted the images with a caption questioning their identity and expressing disapproval of the location chosen for the photo shoot. He asked, "Who are they? Do your thing, but not beneath our independence monument." Shortly after the post went live, it drew massive criticisms on social media. Some users condemned KOD for publicizing the couple's action and arguing that the post fueled online homophobia and violated their privacy. Now, in response to the backlash, KOD deleted the post from his page. The Independence Arc, from Ghana, was constructed in 1961 as the historic symbol of Ghana's liberation from British colonial rule. In fact, as a question, I don't know if you guys have seen it, and I don't know your stand on it, but then, come into the comment section, let me know if you've seen it. Also stand on it, and you're saying, because may draw heat in every hog, and we touch on some of the main stories that I have for you today. Now, one of the main story has to do with Chairman Bako, Chairman Kofi Boat. Chairman Kofi Boat has Abba. Now, I'm sure you guys are aware of the fact that a $100 million scam now a course FBI for Eba Ghana, so involved in $100 million scam. Number one, iconic name like Kofi Boat was mentioned. There is the CEO of Park Football Academy, also boy. In fact, top dogs there. If my memory serves me right, should be around 12 to 15. Okay. Kofi Boat lawyers fight say extradition no more name baso. Now, if you don't know extradition is a process where one jurisdiction, that is a country or a state, surrenders a person to another jurisdiction for the person to face criminal charges or punishment. So it's either to face charges if say who face charges na uye uhun so ye be jaw. Who face charges no na uhun ye so ye be chwatum. That is extradition. So the lawyers in in initial stages, all that they were trying to do, because assembly see America. Nipa no mo efa ni sika na se sebe less so ma fa ni sika no America. Na akohia say o se ye de omo ba ba bi assembly see ye no mbe di asem. And no na the lawyers Kofi Boat lawyers person mo chire mo say abotrew. Ye fa ye de hye ne mamo. Davida. Omo argument ni nyina, primarily the argument they believe is on the premises of say the process of extradition wrong. There's a story that I chanced on Pulse Ghana, which says the magistrate has since adjourned the case to July 1st. In fact, that was the first time we call court to adjourn the case to July 1st. Now, Kofi Boat was arrested on the 13th of June 2025 in a joint operation involving Ghana Police Service, the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Interpol. And in fact, they have denied, or Kofi Boat has denied being in any form of cyber fraud or so on Kahon. His legal team insisted that his business activities in the US were legitimate, meaning they have accepted the fact that all businesses in the United States of America. No, all businesses will have their business and it's saying is it legal or illegal. And one of the lawyers, especially much say legitimate inti. And it's all my home coin say America buy the fat a could boat free Ghana and then about America. Story net to us. Or see the businessman's arrest came alongside those of Inusa Ahmed, also known as Pascal. Pascal and American wants him say, oh yeah, CEO and as the owner of Park Academy Football Club, war a year official. Derek Van Yeboah, a fourth suspect by the name Patrick Kwame Asari, who is currently at large. The arrests are part of a broader clampdown by U.S. authorities targeting cybercrime networks operating from Ghana. Now, prior to this, not almost said tracking another group of people in Nigeria. So, meaning so follow international news, and if you follow certain portals that also give you international news, and I say news, especially from Nigeria, you realize that I think 2 or 3 months ago, Omukoye soup means so Nigeria, so I'm heavyweight means so Nigeria, now, according to the defense team for Kofi Boat, this is just Kofi Boat's defense team, where a Park Academy and a Pascal Enkam. See, according to the defense team, the charges against both stem from a business transaction with another Ghanaian individual who has already been convicted of fraud in the United States. Problem in Kofi Boat in facing you. See, Boat maintains that the transaction was entirely lawful and that he had no further involvement in the fraudulent activities attributed to the other party. It was no only business and only obi akoye deal. Only business for America. And only obi a ya convicted that ya say no so aye fraud da. Ekoye deal. And a deal na peja. As to the exact deal no, and no it will come into question when finally the new radar can no mkototo na no asama. But in the lawyers say if you are looking for fault for say Kofi Boat is at fault there, then no. He's not at fault. All his businesses are clean and legit. He just dealt with one person on one deal. That is where the whole issue is. The lawyers asked him we were court or see he's not the leader of a criminal network. He engaged in a single business deal that has been mischaracterized as part of a wider fraudulent scheme. And no, and as the Siama Kofi Boat and Sa Akoshe a year FBI for Enum as you see a more day. Omuketre mai fefa ho omo hwese omo beka na ase omo nka saa na akwadru sisi ba anyway ma me nti omo story ni sisi no ekoye se lawyers ne say procedure omaye omadwe se omo pese omo de faso US aban pese omo de faso na ase eye FBI pese omo de faso ebe fa Kofi Boat free Ghana e de ne ba US ebe bu na ten ne de dabida unconstitutional unconstitutional nti omo mpene emprintna so as we spark a lot of controversy among forcing Kofi Boat lawyers in your hard or no you're smart Kofi Boat lawyers in there Jack no size omo mpene da the lawyers ni intellectual there say am no kase here Kofi Boat anopa as it stands now patch Ghana time they say producer mam Ghana time is here enano papa Delta flight to free Ghana at 9:45. Yes, 9:45. And then Delta flight. Delta flight. 9:45. And a year US. Okay, so it's 7:58 p.m. Oh, Ghana is here. Okay, fantastic. And 9:45. And a year FBI for a day Kofi Boat a big term. Ewo Kotoka International Airport, a kosher Delta flight ma ebe landi wo JFK at 4:45. Pa, omde na bedu. Na omde etwam ewo airport ho. Emsa banka ba egu ne nsa. Ebe so ni sisi saa FBI for how omo chewa bo nsa sei na be bo sisi na esa bo na anye no nti wo na nten kakra e na wonsa no so ntimi move nti eja akora ntimi ntuamika saa na case na akwakoye me no kasa se sie die omo sa so Kofi Boat match so omo de na atwam a se sie die waduru America enche ni case no ebe koso e wo Hasi court Now, this also brings into conversation some of the social media commentary that we saw during the process as Adiwe Ekoso, of which I will do an editorial on that. I believe that as much as we love people and we want to be there for them, support them, whether good or bad, issues like this, they are legal. Sometimes you need to be a little bit careful when talking about them, because unless they be a lawyer who work case in the movie, and that's how you do FBI and FBI, we don't even have the right to talk about it. Case in a court to the best tracing and be bema and as for that is it. Court to the best, you need to me. Maybe the American was saying, all I can do is just read from social media, gather intel from some of the stories online. That is it. That is basically it. I do not have the right to say Kofi Boat right or wrong. I do not. I saw some of the commentary from a year Miankasa senior man Bugod. Me so say producer for Bugod to Nafi Yenti the Asama Bugod kind, because it was quite revealing. And in fact, how are not opposition, it made it look like people who want the right thing to be done are for want of a better word, as for me haters. And people who want the right thing to be done in a situation like this don't like Kofi Boat, which is wrong. With all due respect to Bugod, and not just Bugod, Shatta can ask them nibi, Akabenez and so can ask them nibi. People are like, oh, I know him, and Charlie, I am only to your boss saying putting the word no, no, because Jack. At the end of the day, do you know what the person is doing? And I'm not saying this and saying, oh, I'm part or meaning to me, I tell Modi, Yanko Pompey, as I see, so they caught them, but maybe need to be here. All I'm trying to say is, we have been, as Ghanaians, or we've been programmed in such a way to, I don't know whether to say, accept bad things, or I don't even have the right word for it, because in Kasebe 7 Prediasa, and I said this last time in my editorial, I said, would you be happy if say our next house for a bonfire say I'm Robert say Raufi no emfa usika nyane? Would you be happy? Would you be happy if your next door, neighbor next door, say I'm Robert say Raufi now more babetri to assume our mobile usika? Our next door for say omo bonfire kyerɛ de sɛ papa yesu nko anro besi omewura ayi efiwe mu bo omo ho ban wate na omo ntimi nsa nka de omo benya bia na omo nko. Would you be happy? Also the me video na said the bulldog put maybe I got it wrong. Said the be yen nyina ebeti mate asem na said I want us to watch what Bulldog said on United Showbiz. Let's watch it.
I think yen nyina or high in the ekoso. My concern really is about the substance of the case. Sana me huno. I mean, so I think that early this week now, Mitri say, interdicting Kofobi. Inti obi to say Kofi Boat Madam for power.
Okay.
Yes. So yesterday I think I was in court. Today is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the court myself.
Okay, who call?
Yeah,
here in Ibi.
Yes, I want to support because or mini papa, so now my concern is about the substance of the case.
Okay.
And I'm because my sister Kano Obia patches okay, my bad name ni Sanyomano. Yes, a new hope, but with time, a dino, depending on the outcome of the case, no, able to me a YP if you hope. I mean the Kofi Boat I know not yet, you know, so I can only say that from where I sit.
Okay.
Now, I'm also, I sit here as an example of somebody that have been accused of something before.
Okay.
And time vindicated me. So, me can say, in Kofona, my friend said, I am there, and I say, Bimuswa Omaye disappointed. Say, Sanyo Mane, and I think they should give themselves time, because time will vindicate the people that didn't do anything, and also would stamp into reality in Konforma BBR, you know. So I mean, I think the noise is all over the place in Konfor. I don't know, again, Mrs. Taka, I don't know why we are happy and when people are in some sort of a problem, you know. It's sad. It tells you how sad we are in this country as a people. What today me can I say? Obi nam na obi airborne pa is assembling tuno. Oh, inti so na baby cry na assemble to na nkofa no World Cup na omo yes omuniachi. You understand? It's a very sad place that we are into. Omuntu me make us say strength to Kofi Boat and the wife and in the family, you know. Everybody was there on that day. His friends, he had a lot of people to support. And
okay, so my just few minutes, can you give us what really happened at the court?
They be mean to me, Medaka.
Because there's a report of what transpired.
Report of kind of me update. Na me nyemi na me ba kind to kind met me aka say the kind no eyampa anase nyampa ba me nye reporter. So summarize it.
Okay.
Because me nim say asem wo court. You know, because there's a reason why they went to that court. I think it's a magistrate or a district court.
You see, the problem is not with reporting what happened in court.
Okay, so what exactly do you want?
It's making judgmental statements.
I know.
Of a case that is pending.
I know.
It, you know, what they let me be saying what happened.
Okay, so I'm saying
pass a judgment on the case.
I can't. I can't. I'm just saying, say, they were there for a specific reason. It's a magistrate or a district court, I'm sure.
Yeah, I almost say basic or something.
Yes, basic court. Or Katawantrichi. Yeah. Usually, Senate Assembly apparently the right court to allow the extradition.
Yeah.
And High Court and Supreme Court. So I think say a whole no court. So say any lawyers, Kofi lawyers by, and I think the other two parties will be our lawyers by, and they argued.
The other two parties in the government side and
what I mean is they say okay, so there are three people in the booth.
Okay.
Kofi and two others. I don't know.
Oh, okay. The other people that
then the state. The state is the state prosecutor.
Okay.
Omu facilitate extradition. You know, so by Kofi and the lawyers, so by and other individuals. There are about three. You know, so they argued the case out and made points. The reason why that cannot be done.
Okay, that he cannot be extradited
at this specific moment, or whether he can be extradited at all.
Okay.
What I said, they make their arguments, and I'm sure that the judge heard what they said, and I think she adjourned the case to I think 1st July. I've been wondering, say 1st July, say a holiday.
It's a prayer. National prayer day,
okay.
But I do not think so.
Declared no holiday. Okay. So that's what really transpired. But I mean, the lawyers of Kofi Boat did amazing because the arguments were solid. You know. So I think we're hoping for the best. The mechanism. So the people that are out there are almost. Yeah, they are excited about. I don't know what they are excited about. And even if Kofi Boat is extradited to the United States, it's not like he's guilty. There are charges. So
innocent until
exactly. So these are just charges. You know, say bibini kra no call the court. Maybe I will call Makola court. What I say, over ko team for no ni level no be call no akwa kan asem. Nti anto ye be kan asem awie. You because or guilty and so on guilty. I I don't know what your problem is. And even if he's found guilty or not guilty, I think it's none of your concern. Anybody who's really excited about the situation. I mean, sometimes I just don't understand. You don't find us in Bao fee. We don't find what's in Koni fee.
So the gloating.
Mentioning names of
people they
think should be prosecuted.
Yeah, you know, it's sad. You know, just by sitting here, crowd beat me, Nibufu. Well, for nothing, won't yes, she. Maybe I also have no background. And people don't want the idea very sana. Yakwakwa that not Nibu for nothing. Into all two on our bomb pie say. Yembechu. I don't understand what the situation is. So okay. You know, and I'm hoping say we all get out of this because, like my sister said, generally, if it's a Ghanaian name,
it's bad for all of us.
Yes, so we will need to clear the and these things it happens everywhere in the world. What is the mechanism?
But is it?
I think so.
That's it. Production. That's it. Still, listening to the 7-minute tape from Boo Gordon, I realized one thing. Running through, I like his submission all the same. I mean, big ups to Godfather Boo God, senior man back up. He used one word, excited. God say excited. He's not feeling people who feel excited about it. As an Niaji say obi akonso him. Well, media meniaji say yate nkofo a omonye ade papa. Se ekoba se oye ade papa emom ne yate ne dia no, I will not be happy. But yekohwem na eba na tesa ade bone no ye ya, I will be happy. Why shouldn't I be happy? Why shouldn't I be happy if say I'm robbers about Boo God fee and I say any of the pundits Akabeneza I'm robbers about fee and I say ubi abefa bibi ni atini pakra I didn't any say meninji ade ye wo dia no obi aba abefa I didn't yatini pakra I didn't meninji. You understand? So that is where we I think we are sometimes and I now understand certain people and when how they rant on certain issues. I now understand it because abano yede bot techi ani sunku yede bot banso ani sunku. Yetimi wutime te say am roba ayu when who say o wiade no eso wutime te no sa kohwe na sun bi who say yebo na wutime ko bo na sun bi say pam. All because say obi awia wade bi da am wakai ne ya wonti no. Listen, it's a different this issue on. There are times that I have seen people move at people unprovoked without even having a solid base of evidence. Only evidence be out, but what to say? Yes, I can't wait to say no move no any yet actually gigre. And no yen can't you. But you could do coffee boat and go so. I know the how was he treating bro. Abano say your family about techi how I techi ATM no different from how about ATM. But anyway, could both asem na me dey see no. Me dey see ase na fe ya to aso abo yakọ into other stories because the more I may be na say kwakwas ahwe a obi ba back kra say slave you are happy that he's caught. Na me have me manager see ache na be dey ni be see. Me hu be ni here was ade we mu a me manager see ache na be see. Nothing will happen. Nothing spoil. But I just want to say that if he did it, I want him to face the full rigors of the law. Says, so yeah, party won't face it. So when you so there, Munja this year, my so yeah, face the law. So when ya, Munfire this year, my me patrol Mr. Subi, Mr. Kofi Boat, yeah, face the law.
se wanya mumfa ye de hye simple. Because yentimi ntina man mu entimi embu yeni ngu ade bi adnema ekoso. We always know some of these things are going to happen. I mean, ever since history, I mean, definitely untimi the ese must be a p. The ese must be a p. There's a video of how Ebenezer responded to it. Now, chairman, me big brother no. Sometimes there any emotion and tension. Sometimes you want to also sound politically correct all the time. As a pundit on this issue, I one person fault be abeba ho. O de kan asem say ye kohwehwe na asem mu ba na oye innocent a monfa ye de hye maye. But to try to stop the process, to argue why they are even taking him to court and why they even want to extradite him, how wrong it is, bro. Me and you will not go law school. I didn't know why you know. Say was so face him na money face it. Obi wiade eketua bi obi timi ko wiade eketua bi ni a china kwa kotu adan na no de yen kokota wo Ghana nyina nka so oh ade we de say nya yi. Why don't we do that? Well, ohia na ma enweno nti no ehia fo de yen fo muntum obi ko fa tomatoes keke ya jeli no obi afa $100 million ya say montum boase meme yen kire ba bi owo Ghana buying protected. Oh man. Anyway, big ups will be or say Ken Hassan Yakubu Charlie. I say the sound is better now, Charlie. But I say the sound let be mu there and I say wash it. Hafiz Salifu, you starting also no on test sound. Joe Studios also any big ups. Now also Slim, welcome to America, Charlie Medase. And they are transmitting live United States of America, Seattle to be precise. I had your first feed in every. NG Digital Studios. Or see you think say YouTube radio or what? I feel so bored watching you. And if you swear, nana, so it will be an answer or so. Wow, do data. A man for yare pao. A man for yare pa to say yare anye yare ketwa. Now junimnity boom. There's this video of a Stonebwoy. I'm Mr. Stonebwoy echo live on YouTube and right. Enrichi, that is 2 days ago. And when he says currently Stonebwoy Paris for Paris Fashion Week. I think there are other artists there. Nigeria for the Nigerian artists in there. Omo move nice. Omo suguho, omo chile. I think I've seen a club session of Stonebwoy, Charlie Poppy, Davido, and only Rimakras who thought to be. I was yes, Jack, brotherly love. Nigeria and Ghana, there's always a brotherly love. What you say? Nigeria and Ghana. We press you press us small, and then we move on. Now, as part of Paris Fashion Week, I don't know if it was a plan to test this YouTube live and the numbers that I carry. I mean, we understand viral videos of any YouTube live session they go around. Now, one moment that caught my attention was how or when he was addressing some of the big boys or godfathers when you were industry and or address it ne big boys ni bi obo Adebayo din obo Asamoah din na oduru Asamoah so no o kire mu say Asamoah abloko no o si Asamoah abloko no na it's one of the things that when I saw the video, in fact I actually heard somebody picked up the phone to call me and say mate sasem na me say there we no send them a link e ma me ko hear that video. And when I saw it, there were so many things that were running through my mind. My thought process on this issue are quite simple, and I'll keep it hush hush before we wrap up today on the show. And I tested a signal strength now, so I can hear my boom near Bifu up and so I'm in a more professional way and check. So, Ochire Musto are blocking on. And now can't say word, no. Me shim kaka. Now, The entire me shame here. To me, I feel it was also going to go to top up to already existing perception about Stonebwoy's character. And definitely sanity with Obia. You can say, what is a slim makumanye? What is a slim or a basa basa? The moment I bet is a slim new way and topana automatically say me di for say me di bim. Oye me den. In your mind, it adds up to the existing idea about me. Say me nipa bonini anase me makuma hame. That is it. So the moment I saw it, the yemo shame and I honor ne free ba. Secondly, me yama shame when I free the fact that I'm sure no be obe share video na. Ebia onti Stonebwoy asekra mpo no onti Stonebwoy asimpo. It might also send a message because the person might want to find out, might want to Google Asamoah and Stonebwoy. And this is what I want you guys to do. Sebia, if you're watching me on a laptop or something, I just want you to Google something because when it comes to Asamoah and Stonebwoy, who Google and Asamoah is a big, a football superstar, a legend in Africa, in the world, as a matter of fact. Ugugo Asamoah na Udi Stonebwoy kahwa. The things that pop up, yo, you get songs, and then you also get this story in addition. A bit creative narrative, a bit creative man. I mean, people who know that I have a song with Paluta, a bit creative narrative means say, Obi a one na ya dan for but my nyum nyina achi. What at all came, and I then assemble na aba masisi on a YouTube live stream. Or reveal and as all my information say. People want to point. I mean, people will be interested too much. But truly speaking, maybe to me disappointment in the whole thing is why Stonebwoy had to, or how do I put this? Then see, I was the Stonebwoy. What do here's the information in the idea? Because nobody knew. According to the statement, an episode Chimu said, Sadia we see. Ama, like you met and had a conversation on it, and then you kept it hush hush, and then as I see that means I see twice. As a moja block out twice. Say beings one I menti as yen enko ye dia. In the comment section, more follows our story, no mami. Now the second time, now episode will say, and leave much room for discussion because if like the doors of communications have been shut. That is in the latter part of the video. That's why he said, Stonebwoy can said the doors of conversation for the two of them has been shut. So there's little that he can do. Stone, there's a good part of the Lord's Prayer managing. Now, the entire managing no say, and lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. Now, part of the or say, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Me person Google Kelvyn boy and Stonebwoy. Google Kelvyn boy and Stonebwoy is here. Kelvyn boy has been seen going from radio station to radio station, apologizing. Radio station to radio station, apologizing to Stonebwoy, trying to find a way to patch up. Stonebwoy in another interview was like, "Quite of fast of throw, you know, person sunny also who quite of fast sunny." I mean, in a more proverbial way. In this case, Stone, What are you trying to teach us? You're trying to teach us, say, only Pajomu Google me that say, production me that say, why? Google Mami me that say. Kelvyn Boy and Stonebwoy. Next year, more issues, no baby, a copy. Me that say production. In fact, as it stands now, yeah, I was a friend say, Boga Spanky. I was a Boga Spanky who twak it to him, see 4 more for so. Aha, 4 more for so. Muntum. Kelvyn Boy, any. In 2024, Kelvyn Boy blames career challenges on Stonebwoy. There's a story on my Joy Online. 2024, last year, December 30th. The Ghanaian musician and down flat hitmaker Kelvyn Boy has publicly expressed his frustration and disappointment with his former boss Stonebwoy, accusing him of using mafia tactics to hinder his growth and success in the music industry. In an advert on X Twitter, that is on X or Twitter, Kelvyn Boy claimed that Stonebwoy's actions have turned Ghanaians against him, making it difficult for him to rise to the heights he desired but grace was speaking for him. What exactly do you want from me, nigga? You have defamed me and turned majority of Ghanaians against me because you are a saint and you can never do no wrong. I know they feel rise to the heights for they mainly because of your mafia taxes, but grace they speak for me regardless. He posted. This is Kelvyn Boy. The story goes on to say, even though Stonebwoy hasn't really opened about their rift since 2019, his recent comments of his life being under threat during an interview with MC Portfolio has perhaps enraged Kelvyn Boy. Kelvyn Boy joined Stonebwoy's Bennington music group, bringing his unique Afrobeat style to complement Stonebwoy's reggae dancehall dominance. Their partnership seemed promising, with Kelvyn Boy becoming one of Ghana's fastest rising stars. However, rumors of tension being circulated in the mid-2019, Kelvyn Boy faced accusation of being ungrateful and disrespectful towards Stonebwoy. Ungratefulness and being disrespectful. Me pacho meka we na fi Mr. O. Yengugu Prince Tagoe. Prince of Ghosts. Prince Tagoe. No Google Stonebwoy. And so aka ho. Eho. And so beti Prince Tagoe and Sema or Kafa Stonebwoy.
I think say secondary school now me yeah. That is where I got to be penum that. Okay. But me do it became more because I saw real talent. It's not like secondary school. So more entertainment. It was like that the lumba nato. Yeah. No, in school no money sir. You can bring your beat. Now I be here so I have the time to see one legend like Kofinti. Okay. Let me see now Kofinti. Wow. And the entertainment that we used to see them. Any sugar ranking there. Yeah, sugar ranking. I know. Yeah, dance or legend. Yeah, or dance man. And a Wutakobi. Yeah, and I have the opportunity to see a free visit our school to perform. I think all the number be great to me. And I met me. I love music. I think I started with the prior. Okay. Prior because Big J will be a meaning in your Medina. Okay. At me fees.
Prince Tagoe na Kasayo. Prince Tagoe in an interview with Nana Romeo and Okasay. And some more kind Kusi and so say I helped Stonebwoy after he left High Grade, gave him my cars and linked him to Adebayo, but he unfollowed me on Instagram. Prince Tagoe speaks at last about how he helped GH artists. We Prince Tagoe asem. Now me can't me evidence when you know about the so with respect to Stonebwoy, especially when he talked about Asamoah Gyan. The rumor block be a woman term on social media. Me boabo ni nyina no. Prince Tagoe helped Stonebwoy, but Stonebwoy was ungrateful. Some of the stories that popped up. Prince Tagoe reveals the highs and lows of helping Prior and Stonebwoy. GhanaWeb.com in 2024. On Stonebwoy, he said, while I was playing for Hoffenheim FC, I discovered singer Stonebwoy's freestyle video featuring rapper Opanka and Yapono posted on YouTube. And I said, "Oh yeah, this guy is very good." And I think we linked up, and I told him we'd meet in Ghana when I returned. He said, "I think at the time he had left Samini's high grade." The former Black Stars player said that after seeing the kind of vision Stonebwoy had, he assured him of help. God being so good, I was able to do it, he continued. Now he clarified that I didn't make him Stonebwoy a star. He had a hit already with Samini. I just met him on the road when he had left the label, and at that time they were not really things were not really smooth for him. Because of the belief I had in him, I came in to let him feel he could do it. According to Prince Tagoe, he went as far as releasing all my cars to him, that is his manager at that time, Black City, for any event that they had or they wanted to go anywhere. This is why we were so close at that time, he added. Whenever you saw Stonebwoy at Accra Sports Stadium, he would be driving a Porsche, and that's my car. He said oftentimes his cars would be with Stonebwoy and his team for at least a month before, because he understood they needed it for consecutive shows. Later, while at Hoffenheim FC, he said he discovered the singer. He discovered that the singer had done several music videos that were already blowing up on mainstream. And he felt proud. Anyway, my friends here say, "Ya was some way and dear or Prince Tagoe dear, minim say be that should be say Adebayo also the need everybody are. But say, wouldn't me say adia would you be a enye den? Adia would you when you're then you find you be. That is what I'm trying to say. First and foremost, do not feel that you're entitled to be forgiven. Do not feel that you are entitled to be forgiven. Now, may cast the same way because I do not know the whole story. Story, you know, one day, may sure say me back out. Definitely because asem no could be any. And I want the about to abonting. It might force Asamoah to come out to also say his side of the story. But Mimi who said the ye nimuno. Oba Kelvyn boy or Nama or Pacho or say o mafia and say or betra hits FM. I watched the whole thing. Your man was literally like crying. Who one voice muso or bre. Ebi I know I Asamoah and Bibi. And you might feel say you are entitled, say, and I say you might feel say, oh, I was saying let me move on. And I say, be crying now, so why you might not even know so why and the person might feel hurt by your action one way or the other. Bro, friendly advice. For obi the HM said the bay would the end the becho. For obi the HM said the bay would the end the becho. Until the Lord's prayer, my boy. I say, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who trespass against us. So, for will be the eternal. Because it is adding up and it's forming a perception that is hard for your fan base to defend. I am telling you, Stonebwoy. When it comes to the sound, when it comes to the music, no size. Some will say, oh, focus on the music. No, that's not showbiz. That's not showbiz. Showbiz aduane would know as an artist and Stonebwoy, you know more what you are saying. Aduane would kura na ye obi your fan be the bragging rights be as the person or cherishes only aduane Stonebwoy kura pe. Your fans can argue with your sound all day, toe to toe with any global artist, and tell them that they have one of the biggest dancehall artists, round Ragadon that represents Ghana to the whole world. You have the stats, you have the awards, you have everything to back it. But when it comes to relationship, which is also an integral part of this show business, Stone, where you F for Phil. Ah boy, why you F? Because a tallest, maybe say, oh, cause you slim relationship by you F, memetiasi. Memetiasi, but watching F nibi. So watching. Bizdaki, Black CD, Kelvyn Boy, Michael B. Oh, Mr. Mama listen. Asamoah Gyan, Prince Tagoe, me say a CEO, Enum a C, physical. And these are all relationships that were in the spotlight. Can relationship be our boys be a only almost starting back could be and sabi and be into Mokabima. I said at the end of the day, we already know how this business works. Relationship and bar spotlight move. Nah, fam. Nah, bro. It's a no for me. Stone is a no for me. You have excellent grades when it comes to the artistry. And I fuck with you on that. Like all day, I fuck with you on that. 247. But the fan base are talking. The fan base or more kasa. Some of fan base ne can I say, Chairman, when it comes to relationship and its issues, dear, you intimi defend your boss. You intimi. I had them. It's Chairman me recommend it. For be the channel. Said ye be a quine, I'm being so do the actual. Not the order the better when you say be a why any baby. I be a crowd unimo. Sometimes you do not know so I offend any part, but Nippano be fun say. And with Asamajan crowd, it is, and you say be Asamaja, ye be a being see though. Because in the friends say Instagram live, I'm me no more coin. There's already that caveat that was there. Said no, ukura one kasa usika why wadwin say o kwa akoye o nine operation. No. There was that thing that was in there. And he was live on it. Inti senke ntwa na wutwa me sure senko betia na so aka say chef wutwa nto. Enye se bia na wo ahohiahia bi mu ama asa what da form why emre bia ma wunye sika nkoye sa adwin no. Now why you arguing when I'm quite so I walk akoye. And no tuaka. But the moment tuaka ne dear, we already know. One of the things that made me fall in love with Stonebwoy, and I'll tell you, is how he carried himself through the process of being bullied for how he walked. How Stonebwoy carried himself during that, because bully. I'm not for bully at you, but to be able to maintain composure during that time. That is how I fell in love with Stonebwoy. And for somebody to take you out of that situation, whether you had the financial muscle or not, once he made payment, a different conversation. Boy, a different conversation. Teacher man, wait there. Memoir aware. For be the channel. For Kelvyn Boy the channel. Because the boy is bleeding, the boy wants his father back. The boy needs you. As to say, maybe man, that is not what I'm here for. But I need the channel. Say the bear. Give it to me. Well, we are live on TikTok as well. TikTok for adjoining bandwagon. No TikTok for a church in a more professional way. K.Poyo. Yes, the church baby. I will be. Let me big up some of the people on the tier on the in the comment section. Suleiman Idris was this Stonebwoy is arrogant. I will not know. Mean to mean can by if that is your statement, you can feel free and drop it. Mean to mean can because meaning on shows arrogance ni being treme. O show treme am eba be so me live you say in maka. But mean hu be there mean to mean can. Be pa cho somoti ase. Well, can Hassan Yakubu, big ups to your system. You are loud and clear inside London. But I say until you transmitted from America na akupie mo Ghana na etwam akusi London. Yes, big ups to you. Slim Stonebwoy publicly said Asamoah Gyan paid for his leg operation. he does not feel good for the situation. This does not feel good for the situation. I do side with you. It is not good look at all. At all. Prince will be Kasai, so waka. I shall modi ababe Canada waka. The entire Samuel Jan Dienu, striking. Idea, but it hinges on his friend how be in Akumam at the support. Nah. Prince Hassan Yakubu says, Slim, have you spoken to Stone privately on this issue? No, I have not. And I am not looking for, so let me drop this one too. I am not looking for the cause of the block. If I was looking for the cause of the block, I was saying, Stonebwoy. Commit my woman on a personal contact, meet my friend. I am not looking for the cause of the block, Debbie. I am looking for a way for Adiana to say best solve because the perception of Stonebwoy is important to me. How people will talk about Stonebwoy, who hear me. Meaning, when it comes to a sound and the a call. But when it comes to his relationship, a honor issue, so a honor means me is here. Say, for Kelvyn boy, the channel. Name me a crime. Because I do not know the exact issue why Asamoah blocked you for 2 times. Wa block on is will release you, so I block on say a problem was a deal. Sounds na a principle so say wow follow no. And the moment fire home. Oh, forgive us our trespasses, dear Lord, as we forgive those who trespass against us. That is why I'm talking like this. I am not looking for the cause of the issue. I am not interested. It is something that happened between 2 men. Say, out of which I can tell you people that it will come out to the general public because once Stonebwoy and that information I also did not like how Stonebwoy even put it out there because it is not for us. Nobody knew. Some information and information. Once it will push Asamoah to also come out. Ekobase esa dane asemfo fro kra dia Jesus of Jesus. Jesus of Jesus. Can I say Yakubu Slim has Kelvyn boy giving you something? Then or the money. Kelvyn boy then or the money. Oh my Mary. Oh my Mary. Mummy and fire who bonny and check. That is all I'm preaching. Because he any pound quadie as for I can fall baby obviously be a ben each. Be a ben in each. It be a main entry da. It be a main entry da. And say a trip that means a piano a bang. A bang dia a den a bang. A bang because I'm if Stone didn't like Asamoah Gyan, and yes, so she on first day or yes, or fire could be fino. Koye omushia ya omoyes omoye nyum kobe. And I mean yes, someone so and ya dia ope Stonebwoy asamanka near maybe our yes ama Stonebwoy no so konye. So once we have a bond, we have something, a pivotal point. We are so a pair of seven. Why can't we bring it back in times of need like this? Why can't we also bring Kelvyn boy and Stonebwoy back together? Why can't we do that? I understand sometimes when there are some bonds be breaky, yes, I understand. But any say a dane akasa wa abonten. Bis that K needs Stonebwoy. Ye nim say ANC BM, fair enough. But and dane akasa. And then we have a true way, or channel way true way, and dane is a Black City any Stonebwoy. Yes, problem I will. But uncle who say way true way, normal. But we know baby and I foresee say a if you want to know how emotional Asamoah Gyan, people are saying are going to say oh Stonebwoy emotional. Asamoah Gyan is very, very emotional. Asamoah Gyan is very emotional. How he dealt with Bongo ideas have people forgotten. So Kajos Aqua or just over mafia. How he has dealt with several issues, don't you people know? He's also emotional. And being emotional is not a problem. Me and Nipa, I have emotions. Why can't I be emotional? Why shouldn't I be emotional? I say, dear Hammy, and I said, no, no. So be emotional. These two people are they are emotional human beings. As somehow be Obeka. And that is where it is going to drive a public perception about Stonebwoy, of which I do not want that narrative out there. That is why I'm cautioning my brother, say, baby, Ekon, on dinner ye, Nanekiguho. Stone, Wachiguho. Street in Osonia Bekandi, Umacho, Wachiguho. Ain't me, and yadi ebe affected me, maybe Pia, but I have a quack or two punubi more, baby. Punubi, I would die with him, and I hear bit Makakotum, Mr. Wachiguho, Stone. What a casa, Maka, Wachiguho. To say in an attribute of my trahine, Nachiko go home, Bribino. Stone, Wachiguho. And any appear because I was said, Mene, Lexi the comic. Ebobo name also 1 or 2 businesses here in a more professional way. He actually came online to give us insight on certain things or discover on a trip to South Africa. Or that homes and no. And same because we're Ghana as here. Yaso so ama. Just say or mine. I'll get him on the phone line very soon. In fact, a video call very soon for us to have a conversation. Also, me the number number 2 mama na Lexi the comic. Now the insight on music revenue, streams as against selling physical copies of your music, crazy. His views on it is very crazy. Yesterday we had a conversation, I had a personal conversation with him, and that lasted for like close to an hour. And he said he all share insights about streams against the physical copies, how booming the market is. I say near free home because there are still people selling CDs and still selling pen drives in traffic. Me patrol me buso will say one who send for just come into the comment section and let me know. One who send for that's who turn CDs any pen drive for traffic man. Just drop an emoji and I say just comment and let me see. I want to know the number of people that have seen pen drives being sold and CDs being sold out there. I know a day, papa, and he believes that if there's no market for it, why are they still doing it? Why are they still selling it? If we believe, say, marketing here for CDs, marketing here for pen drives, any other forms of music storage, why is the business? Why are people still doing it? And no near them. GH Nana Boate was a slim. How is America? America mwede. America there. So I want to say this conclude in the mwede. Make a quick commercial break as we listen to Book God's submission on Coffee Boat for a quick commercial dip. Now for your backer, your barber twasso with Miami Lexi the comic.
In the Ecoso, my concern really is about the substance of the case. Sana huno. I mean, so I think that early this week now, Mitzi say, interdicting cophobia. Inti obi to say Coffee Boat madam for power.
Okay.
Yes. So yesterday I think I was in court. Today is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the court myself.
Okay, who call?
Yeah,
here in Libya.
Yes, I want to support because or mini papa, so now my concern is about the substance of the case.
Okay.
And I'm because my sister Kano Obia patches okay, my bad name ni Sanyomano. Yes, a new hope, but with time, a dino, depending on the outcome of the case, no, able to me a YP if you hope. I mean, the Coffee Boat I know, not so I can only say that from where I sit.
Okay.
Now, I'm also, I sit here as an example of somebody that have been accused of something before.
Okay.
And time vindicated me. So me can say in Kofona, me fan say ayo mude and I say be muswa omaye disappointed say sanyo man esino. And I think that they should give themselves time, because time will vindicate the people that didn't do anything, and also would stamp into reality in Conforma BBR, you know. So I mean, I think the noise is all over the place in Confor. I don't know, again, Mrs. Taka, I don't know why we are happy and when people are in some sort of a problem, you know. It's sad. It tells you how sad we are in this country as a people. What today me can I say? Obi nam na obi bomba is assembling tuno. Oh, inti so na baby cry na assemble toa na nkofa afa no World Cup na omo yes omuniachi. You understand? It's a very sad place that we are into. Omuntu me make us say strength to Kofi Boat and the wife and in the family, you know. Everybody was there on that day. His friends, he had a lot of people to support. And
okay, so my just few minutes, can you give us what really happened at the court?
They be mean to me,
okay. I said because there's a report of what transpired.
Report of kind of me mau update. Na me nyemi na me ba kind to kind am to make just say the kind no e yampa anase nyampa ba me nye reporter. So summarize it.
Okay.
Because me nim say asem wo court. You know, because there's a reason why they went to that court. I think it's a magistrate or a district court.
You see, the problem is not with reporting what happened in court.
Okay, so what exactly do you want?
It's making judgmental statements.
I know.
Of a case that is pending.
I know.
It, you know, what they let me be saying what happened.
Okay, so I'm saying
pass a judgment on the case.
I can't. I can't. I'm just saying, say, they were there for a specific reason. It's a magistrate or a district court, I'm sure.
Yeah, I almost say basic or something.
Yes, basic court. Katamantrichi. Yeah. Usually, Senate Assembly apparently the right court to allow the extradition.
Yeah.
And High Court and Supreme Court. So I think say a honomudia court. So say any lawyers, Kofi lawyers by, and I think the other two parties will be lawyers by, and they argued.
The other two parties in the government side and
what I mean is they say okay, so there are three people in the booth.
Okay.
Kofi and two others. I don't know.
Oh, okay. The other people that
then the state. The state is the state prosecutor.
Okay.
Omu facilitate omu extradition. You know, so by Kofi ni lawyers, so by and other individuals. There are about three. You know, so they argued the case out and made points. The reason why that cannot be done.
Okay, that he cannot be extradited
at this specific moment, or whether he can be extradited at all.
Okay.
What I said, they make their arguments, and I'm sure that the judge heard what they said, and I think she adjourned the case to I think 1st July. I've been wondering, say 1st July, say a holiday.
It's a prayer. National prayer day.
Okay.
But I do not think say
a holiday. Okay, so
okay, so welcome back, Pennyfo. I was trying to get Lexi the comic on so that we have a conversation on some of the points that he raised yesterday with respect to selling physical copies of music and streaming. His argument towards that, and also why Uhune said Ghana is still it's still a lucrative market for that type of campaign. But anyway, many for a live stream. No, we'll be doing a lot of live streams these days. So just make sure, say from best 7 o'clock, you are live behind your PC, and I say mobile phone. What's a notification? So updates cause when your favorite editorial segment. When you say about the I trade you, me agree in a more professional and digital way. Your favorite DJ Slim, maybe I will be that's a sales or gym na oba stream way so on subscribe or subscribe. Say subscribe to this YouTube channel na yema update no. And now asembia so ebe kebiano eda wakoma so na say echi obi a obetima ba comment section ho. Ebi wa akra na nti one bia na wo so different perception and also different perspective to it. Also better our comment section, but most importantly keep it real, because the street is always watching.